Hey everyone, Luke Durden here, and this week I got for you all a custom pet portrait using oil paint on a wood panel. Now I do start this with an acrylic underpainting to not only get rid of the bright white primer, as well as to reinforce some of the darker values. I do paint quite thinly in some areas, and it will be a little bit transparent, so some of this underpainting will actually show through to the final painting. Most of my paintings I start in the most high detail sensitive areas, and the main one being the eyes. I definitely feel that any portrait, if you nail the eyes 100%, you will definitely get some sort of likeness there. The rest of the body could be different shapes and forms, but as long as the eyes are right, it will definitely read like a living creature. What you'll notice is that I tend to paint in sections, and one of the main reasons for that is I paint alla prima, meaning wet into wet. There's some techniques that I'm going to be doing in this video that you'll see a little bit later on that it's really important for me to have wet paint in order to achieve those techniques. So instead of painting all the dark areas on the painting in one go, because I know this painting's going to be a couple sittings, I'm just going to focus on certain sections at a time, and you'll see later on in the video why. Now, like I mentioned, this is a custom pet portrait, and this cat Archie has a crown on his head, and this is sort of a little niche that I've done ever since I started doing pet portraits. I believe that we all sort of treat our pets like royalty, and we often treat our pets better than we treat ourselves, and it just seems fitting. Now, like I was mentioning, I paint in sections, and this is one of the main reasons why, is when I'm painting the background, if I do it correctly, there gets this really delicate transition that you can only really achieve if you paint wet into wet. Now, the goal is to create big, bold brush strokes with the background to create a little bit of texture, but not something so distracting that it's going to draw the viewer away from the portrait. It's meant to complement, but not distract. So this pet portrait had a fantastic reference. Not only was the lighting perfect on the cat, but it also had this really fantastic backlight. So I over-exaggerated it a little bit, made it a little bit more orange, and I think it just popped so well with this painting. Now, what you're about to see coming up next is something that you can only achieve really using alla prima, and it's called scratching out. And so for some of the fine details like whiskers on a cat, I can actually scratch them out and create these really fine, delicate looking whiskers. So go ahead and listen in. That is by far one of the most stressful and satisfying things you can ever do in an oil painting. I mean, there's no really going back from it, but it just creates such a unique, special look that you can't really get without painting alla prima. Now, instead of having his body covering that whole bottom left corner, I really wanted him to feel like he was a part of the painting. So what I did is I overlapped a little bit of the body there to create a little bit of depth and interest, as opposed to just having a little flat area of fur there. And you'll see in the final piece it really comes together and creates a really, really nice piece. So even in these delicate areas, I'm still going to try and keep a little bit of brushwork there. It creates a little bit of interest, and when you see the painting in real life, the light tends to change depending on how you look at it. And to finish off with a little bit more scratching out, and the brightest highlight to cap off this painting. Thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to leave a like and comment down below if you liked me showing a little bit of the techniques I used in this video, and if you're going to incorporate them in your own painting, or if you just enjoyed watching them. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you can get notified as soon as I drop a new video. And again, thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a great day.